The goal of self-development is to sculpture a flexible personality that helps you to navigate your environment, to show up as your best self and master challenges that life presents you. And in this video, I'm going to let you into one of my most powerful self-development tools. It helps you to get from where you are to where you want to be. Come on then. Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of the Creator in the Mastermind Content Archetypes Explained series. In this video, I'm going to present you with a self-development tool that enables you to develop social skills and the emotional intelligence to master challenges when you are faced with them, which in the Creator's case is mostly with people that don't share the same worldview or vision as you do. But you can use this tool to fashion any outcome in any situation. Now, the Creator can often withdraw from life and live in a world of fantasy to avoid the risk of failure and rejection. However, the best way to reach self-actualization is to engage with life. To evolve your personality, the ego needs to experience situations that enable you to grow. Engaging with life helps the Creator to overcome low self-esteem, for example, but only if you achieve success or feel accepted. So to manifest the outcome that you want from a situation, use the Creator's superpowers, imagination and foresight. So this self-development tool is basically a visualization exercise, but it doesn't necessarily have to work through visualization if you're not very good at creating the images and seeing the situations. The way it really works is just to observe your emotional responses in relation to the conversation that you have in your mind, which mirror the experience that you expect to have. So you need to use your imagination and foresee a variety of potential scenarios so that you are emotionally prepared for every eventuality, or at least every eventuality that you can predict. So the core role of the Creator archetype is to help you to identify your existing nature and initiate a new way of being which will upgrade your subconscious program. Remember that thoughts, actions and emotions determine your experience of reality. They also determine whether you attain the outcome that you want in any given scenario. For example, let's say you have the opportunity for a promotion at work, but you don't really believe that you're the best candidate for the role. So you keep telling yourself you won't get the position. Now, negative thoughts trigger stress hormones, which are reflected in your behaviour, your demeanour, and your thought process on the day of the interview. Of course, you're not going to show up as your best self, and your line of thinking is ultimately confirmed. You don't get the job. Another common example that you can use this tool for is when you're in an intimate relationship. Now, most couples argue, there's no doubt about that, but you argue grievances rather than discussing grievances, and oftentimes nothing gets resolved. Now, all you do is put each other in a bad mood, which could last for days. Perpetual arguing can even, in my experience, end relationships because I just can't be bothered with that. So rather than arguing, use the Creator tool to rehearse what you want to say, explain how you feel, and then talk through how you expect the other person to respond. So here's where you will need to use your imagination sometimes, other times it will just be your knowledge. You sometimes just know what people are going to say. But this is a key element to this exercise. It's your emotional response to what the other person says in your imagination that triggers your emotion. Now, even though you're not having that conversation in real life, you still get triggered emotionally. Now, the best way to achieve the outcome that you want is to have control over your emotions so that you behave and say the right things. So during your rehearsal, you'll say the words that somebody might say to you and then observe your emotional response. If you are triggered in a negative way, you will need to rationalize and reason with the response so that you are better prepared to react in the right way at the right time, in real time. So let's say you feel anger rising up. You will need to adopt anger management techniques that work for you in response to that particular situation. Now, recognizing that you are only getting angry because you feel rejected is one strategy you could use. Acknowledging that everyone is entitled to an opinion is another way. So you get to have your say as well, and if the other person doesn't listen, which is a fear of the creator, you will be able to get the upper hand in the conversation and raise the point that you're entitled to an opinion as well, and that the other person is being disrespectful by not allowing you to have your say. So there are many ways that you can diffuse a situation which enables you to take control of your emotions, or make you feel as though you have the upper hand, which gives you a bit more confidence and calmness. Remember, any wounded archetype, and especially the creator, is prone to emotional outbursts because you have low self-esteem and a poor self-image. Emotions kick in when you feel as though your self-image is under threat, or you're not going to get what you want. Nobody wants a disappointing outcome. That just makes you feel rejected and causes you more pain. In the case of the hero, pain is caused by a fear of failure. And this is why it's important to develop subconscious programs that enable the ego to respond to any given situation with confidence, courage, care, compassion, or whatever quality you need in that given moment. But before you can develop the ego, you have to transcend the ego by rising above your emotions that sit within the existing subconscious programs. Subconscious programs are generally driven by emotions. Now, this is what the creator tool is designed to do. It gives you the insights into your existing emotional state, and using foresight enables you to decide how you can better respond to specific situations and words that are said to you. So use the creator tool to program the best version of yourself. Observe how you react, then determine how you should react. When you know how you should react, go with the conversation or activity in your mind until you can hold a steady emotion, until you can prevent an angry emotion or an upset emotion or whatever emotion bursts out of you in that moment. You can take control of it. Now, this is not the same as repressing emotions. It is the act of transforming emotions by transcending. Quantum physics shows us how imagination exercises and transcendence is possible. Energy, the thoughts that you think, the emotions you feel, and the behaviours you adopt all possess potential. The potential only exists until it is realised, or as the physicists say, observed. At this point, a wave function collapses and you experience your thought, action, emotion as reality, in real time or space time, as physics calls it. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I'm going to leave you with this thought-provoking quote by Amit Goswami in his book, The Self-Aware Universe. Potentia exists in a transcendent domain of reality. Between observations, the electron exists as a possibility form, like a Platonic archetype, in the transcendent domain of potentia. So quantum waves are like Platonic archetypes in the transcendent domain of consciousness, and the particles that manifest upon our observation are the immanent shadows on the cave wall. Consciousness is the agency that collapses the wave of quantum object, which exists in potentia, making it an immanent particle in the world of manifestation. In other words, thoughts become things, mind becomes matter, yada yada yada. To realise the outcomes you want in life, you need to master mind content, the Platonic archetypes, and rise above your emotions, mind over matter. I'm Richard O'Dale, and this is Mastermind Content. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.